One of the first things I want to teach my horses is how to flex. And the reasons why I do this, one, it helps me when I get on them if they're young or inexperienced or a horse I don't know very well, because they've actually already had the basics of a one rein stop established on the ground. Another reason why I really like to do it is because it just checks in how soft and flexible the horses are, especially if it's a going horse or a horse that I know and I do some flexion work with it. If it's suddenly stiff one side or suddenly resistive, suddenly I know that there might be something wrong with that horse that I need to look at or get checked out. And the other thing is, if it's a horse that, you know, I really don't know, I'd like to know that there's some degree of give before I actually get on that horse. So when I get on and I ask that horse to move its feet, if it understands the concept of giving to pressure, then that's going to make that a lot easier and a lot safer. So if I can check all of this on the ground, I'm going to ultimately be a lot safer when I ride the horse, and I'm going to have a much better ride as well. So standing with your horse, rein in your hand, stand in here in the girth area, okay? Feet facing forward. This is important, okay? And what I like to do is I like to have a lot of loose rein, and I will put one hand on my horse's wither. If you have a particularly big horse, you might just put it near the wither, okay? But with my smaller young horses like this little mare, it's not too hard to put my hand up on their wither. And then I'll bring my hand forward and ask this mare to give her nose, okay? Now you can see my hand is coming in here towards her shoulder. As soon as she gives, I'm going to drop the rope. Okay, this is a training exercise for you as a horse rider, because this is one of the things I'm doing clinks. It's the first way I start to teach people to release when a horse gives. If you're training your horse or you're wanting the horse to advance with its education, the quicker you develop in yourself the habit of always rewarding the desired response, the quicker you will get further down your training path. So if I was to stand here and this mare was to give and I was just to keep pulling on her, suddenly Tilly sees no reason to give because she did what I asked and I didn't reward her for it. So every time, if I pick up on the rope, I'll apply pressure until she gives. She's a little heavy. When she softens and takes that pressure off that lead rope, then I will drop the lead rope, okay? Now, you'll notice how she's got her head staying here like this. This is what I'm looking for, okay? I want these horses to wait on me. I don't want them to be in a rush to leave. So now as she goes to straighten her head up, I'll pick up on her, ask her to give a nose. When she does, I'll let the rope go. So now you might say, well, okay, that's all great. You've got this horse bent and flexed. Now how do you get out of this situation? Well, I'm going to move my feet. So if I actually ask her to straighten her head up. So she's actually stepping out, she's bringing her head out of my space. But I can come back, ask her to give her nose. As soon as she gives, release the pressure. She's hanging there waiting on me, okay? That's what I'm looking for. The next step in this, as we go along, is to be able to get them to give like this, and then to reach forward and pat them on the forehead and to stay there. Now, the reason why I like to do this is because it's about you moving your body, but your horse still waiting on you, okay? So you literally cannot hold on to that rope and keep that horse's head pulled around whilst you pat her on the forehead. So if I ask her to give, you can see she's a little heavy when she starts the give. She kind of lays on the rope a little bit. But the more you repeat this and the more you reward the desired behaviour, the better she will become at this. See, she gave there, I reach forward to give her a pat. She goes to straighten up, I pick up and ask her to give again. You'll note I'm not asking her to bring her face in an angle, okay? I really want their face to stay straight up and down. If you get a horse and its head's pulled around, its nose is here, its ears are over there, that's an incorrect flex. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for when I ride. Remembering that the reason why we do groundwork, or one of the major reasons why we do groundwork, is to make sure that we have a better time when we ride the horse. So if I walk forward, release the pressure, and the exercise is over. Now obviously if I was doing this in a training exercise, I would now turn around and do the other side. And if she was stiff on one side, I would do that side more. So I usually try to work on doing the bad side twice as much as the good side, just to ensure that I'm making her softer on her bad side.